Just unmute. It's a blustery December day here in New Rochelle, but it is now we are indoors and it is time for basketball. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Monroe Mustangs YouTube channel for today's broadcast. Between where we have women's basketball action for you, I'm Ben Smith. The Monroe University Mustangs will be taking on Bryant and Stratton here today. As for looking back on the schedule so far for the Mustangs, they are 8-2 on the season right now, with a spectacular start to the season so far. Oh, they are looking to regain momentum after losing to Division II number 4 NCAA College Union College 74-61. And as for Union, for the Bryant and Stratton on their end of things, they are 2-5 overall, and they're on a 3-game losing streak, and they are also looking to regain some momentum. They're coming off a loss on the 5th of December against Sullivan Community College, 77-70, in a tight loss there. And swinging over to the numbers on that Union game for the Mustangs. Top scores for Monroe. For Kaylin Leslie, Sydney Husky with 13 points. Kaylin Lely had 17 points in that contest as well. And now it looks like we're getting started for the opening ceremonies. As we take a look now, here are the starters. First for Bryant and Stratton, Kanaya Evans, number 4, will start off, the 5'5" guard from Washington, D.C. Then from the sophomore, 5'1", from the Bronx, New York, Liana Morales, number 5. Followed by number 3, Anaya LaForest. We had some number changes on this roster. From the Bronx, New York at 5'9". And then also rounding out the starting lineup for Bryant and Stratton will be number 24, Eunice Salong from Nakuru, Kenya. Oh, and there's the national anthem, folks. And that was the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen, and I just gave you the starters for Bryant and Stratton. Ben Smith here on the Mustangs YouTube channel. We are live. Now let's take a look at the starters for Monroe University. First off, we have number 1, Ariel Walker, freshman forward from Newark, New Jersey, followed by number 2, Sydney Husky, freshman guard, 5'6" from Frederick, Maryland. Then we have number 5, Carlota Lopez, freshman guard from Oviedo, Spain. Then we have number 10, Nicole Bencosme, sophomore forward from Washington Heights. And then rounding out the starting lineup for the Mustangs will be number 20, Kaylin Lely, a freshman from Queens, New York. So as we take a look here, we talked about earlier how Lely and Husky both had great games in the previous had great stats put up just in the loss against Union. And they'll be ones we're going to be keeping an eye on. And we also have, as we look down the list here as well, we got a few others we got to keep an eye on as well. But also other things defensively speaking to keep an eye on for Husky and Lely. There's 5 steals for Husky, 3 for Lely. So that defensive work is going to be a big factor in here today. And you can hear starters being listed off now. And looking over at Bryant and Stratton on their side of things for some of the so I can get some stats here from their most recent contest. I don't know the box score available for the Sullivan game, but their one before that against La Roche. In that contest, Anaya LaForest had 15 points, and Eunice Salong had 14. And it was 21 rebounds for Eunice Salong, an absolute machine in the rebounding department in that contest. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. And the starting lineups have been finished off on the public address, and for all the folks here inside the MAC. And now we're getting ready for some basketball action. Look forward to this being an exciting one. Some of you may, when you're watching the camera, are going to be a little, when you see the dimensions of this place, for a little history background lesson. Last time I was at this arena was back when this was still a hockey arena, long before Monroe had acquired this building. We'll see the outline of where the ice is supposed to be. Now we're getting ready for the initial tip-off, and we're underway. Bryant Stratton Setting up with the initial, here's the initial possession for Monroe. Off the tip-off. Monroe going over into the high key, looking around the outside. Plenty of time on the clock. And that's going to be laid up and no good on the shot for Sydney Husky. And it's going to be rebounded pretty easily by Bryant and Stratton. Now they go over into the high outside the three-point line. Up to the three-point line, just inside it, overshooting on the three-point attempt was number 5, Leanna Morales for Bryant and Stratton. And that goes out of bounds, and the ball goes sailing way out of bounds just because there's no back walls up against the court to keep the ball in. So, but now Monroe gets started off with their next set of possessions. Bencosme out to the inside to Lopez, and then outside again to Lely. Lely over into the corner, tried to find Bencosme again, and it gets tipped out of bounds on the defensive. It'll still be a Monroe ball. It gets tipped out of bounds by Bryant and Stratton's number 24, Eunice Salong. I mentioned she's good on rebounds. Here's the three-point shot, overshoots is Bencosme, and that'll go out of bounds. So Bryant Stratton will now will get possession once again. Still 0-0 after the first minute. Starting off at the point, Kanaya Evans. Outside and gets stolen away on the errant pass by Lely. Goes inside, and that pass goes errant a little bit, and that's going to be stolen away in turn. And that's going to be absolutely great defensive work down there by Bencosme to get back in time and stop the shot for Bryant and Stratton. It'll be inbounded. Bryant Stratton searching around. Trying for room on the inside. Trying to force the issue. And she's going to rebound it herself was Salong. Miss on the shot again. And that's going to be a jump ball. It will still be a Bryant Stratton ball. Even though Bencosme was able to rip it away at the last second. Just after the the whistle. Inbounded here by McKnight. And it was stolen away by Monroe. Trying to get down court, see if they can go for a shot. There's Parsons from 3. Doesn't go in. Fight for the rebound. McKnight gets it. McKnight driving the lane. Goes up and misses. Rebounded by Parsons. Parsons, pass outside to Lopez. Lopez from 3. And she sinks it. And the Mustangs go on the board to start things off. They're up now. I'd say 2-0. It should be 3-0 from my view. She was well outside the three. Well, she was right on the three-point line. I guess not. And now outside. Overshoot on the shot by Salong. Oh, good pass inside. Laid up, and no, that's going to be a miss for Parsons. That was set up nicely for her, and jump ball, still going to be a Monroe ball. Walker was able to get to the rebound in time, but some hands put on it by Salong. As mentioned before in the pregame, Salong is real good at rebounding and fight for control of the ball. Here's another three-point shot, and she sinks it for Carlota Lopez. Lopez this time will get credit for a three-pointer. They said she was inside on the first one. I thought she called it and said it was a two-pointer. So she's the lone scorer so far in this contest. Still nothing for Bryant Stratton. 5 for Monroe, starting to have a 2-possession game now. That one goes out of bounds. And we got substitutions here. Coming in now for Bryant Stratton will be number 0, Destin Perry, a sophomore guard from Baltimore, Maryland. Now starting off Bencosme. Outside to Lopez. Back to Bencosme. Bencosme loses the handle on the ball, and that's going to be picked up, but stolen back away by Lilly. What an exchange here. Back and forth in terms of these change of possessions. As soon as one gets the ball, goes for a stretch pass. Got some good old, and trying to get it stolen away again. This time, Salong holds on to it. Before it can get stolen away by Walker. And goes up to Perry at the point. Perry calling for a play. Goes inside, drives the lane herself, and she's going to get called for the charge. Great defensive work for Carlota Lopez to absorb that hit. And the Mustangs will say thank you very much and take that one right back into their possession. .609 still to go here in the first. Got plenty of basketball ahead. Full press being played by Bryant Stratton. And getting it down court through the stretch passes. This is going to go up and no good on the pass. And Parsons had all the time in the world and couldn't get that one in. Still Monroe recovers. Here's Lopez driving the lane. Goes for the layup, can't get it. And that's going to go out of bounds. And give possession back over Bryant Stratton, and it went out of bounds off of Zaniah Parsons. Here's Perry at the point. Starting off for Bryant Stratton's next play. Still looking for their first basket of the contest. Guseg in the shots department. Inside, drive the lane, and just like that, Amari McKnight manages to get that first one. The sophomore 5'10 forward from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And stolen away immediately by Salong, but then stolen back by Lopez. There's all sorts of transition disrupting. Jumper inside, doesn't go in for Ariel Walker, and rebounded by McKnight. Bryant Stratton seeing this as an opportunity. Let's see if they can get set up for the next play. Inside to McKnight. Jumper doesn't go in. Rebound, but stolen away from Lopez after the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball. It's a huge scramble for it between her and number 3, Anaya LaForest. And now a substitution for Monroe. 2 substitutions. Nope, just 1. Excuse me. Looks like Lely comes back in. Parsons comes out. Substitution at that forward position. That one's going to go up and in for the basket and be good for Salong. Now it's a 1-possession game, 5-4. And that's going to be a foul on the steal attempt there by McKnight. So that's big. So with that foul, Monroe will get possession back again and get set up for their next play. Lopez starting us off at the point for the Mustangs. Goes outside. 3-point attempt here from 3 for Lely. Doesn't go in. And a little bit of a step out of bounds on the rebound attempt for Sydney Husky, and that'll turn it back over to Bryant Stratton. Perry at the point. Under pressure from Husky. Inside to McKnight. McKnight spins, lays it up, and gets the shot. Wow, what a shot there for Amari McKnight. And that was a big play for Bryant Stratton. That gets them the lead for the first time in this contest, 6-5. Absolutely threw her whole body into that. So timeout called here by Monroe. So they're going to try and figure out what they're going to do here. It's a full timeout. Trying to see if they can kind of recenter themselves. They went up on a 5-0 run, and now suddenly the pendulum has swung firmly in Bryant Stratton's favor on a 6-0 run to come back and take the lead with 4:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Taking a look at some of the stats here in front of me during this timeout. Right now, shooting percentages are, well, they leave a little bit to be desired on both sides of the ball. 25% shooting for Bryant Stratton. Monroe is going to be 22% right now. 1 for 3 from the 3-point line from that lone 3 from Carlota Lopez. I initially thought that first basket she made was one, but looks like she had a toe just inside the 3-point line based on the ref's call. And rebounds are even, 5 apiece for both teams. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. So pretty evenly matched so far. Both teams coming back out into the court. Let's see what adjustments head coach Camille McClellan was able to make with our girls. Monroe starting off with their next play. And Cosme at the point. Looking for a pick, doesn't get it. We got some bodies going down here. Goes outside to Lopez from 3. Doesn't go in. And the rebound mishandled by Lely. And that's going to turn it back over to Bryant Stratton. That seems to be where a lot of the out of bounds seems to be going. He's just on the nobody getting firm possession and control during the rebounds and having a little trouble on the ball handle. And a little bit of a press here by Monroe, but they managed, and Brian Stein managed to get inside. Shot goes up, miss, and another one, good rebound shot goes up, and that one's good for Salong. Like I said, they're on a losing streak right now for Brian Stratton, hoping to get back into this. Oh, great pass inside, and that's going to be a foul. And that foul is going to be called against, trying to read the number here. It'll be Alicia Secchiaroli is going to be the benefactor. Team's third foul. The foul is going to be credited to Angelini Kobos, sophomore from the Bronx. And substitution here. Trinity Fluker will come in, and Sydney Husky will come out from Monroe. Kobos also comes out on the Brian Stratton, and Leanna Morales comes in. Outside. Inbounded to Ben Cosme at the point. Here goes Secchiaroli. Jumper. Doesn't go in. Rebounded, though, and absolutely stuffed on the shot is Lely. The height right now is pretty, and athleticism from Brian Stratton is pretty solid on the defensive end as far as fighting for rebounds. From Salong, as well as now in playing, is Janae Gables. Here's Perry at the point, under pressure. Trying to go for the push inward and going to get the foul. The foul will be credited against Trinity Fluker. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Inbounded quickly. Jumper. Perry doesn't go in. Rebound shot also doesn't go in for LaForest. And Monroe has an opportunity to close the gap. Still down by 3. Taking herself, laid up, miss for Ben Cosme. And stepped out of bounds, trying to rebound her own shot as well. So after a solid start from Monroe, it's been pretty inauspicious since then. And at the moment they sit, and they haven't scored in about three minutes and some change at this point. See if they can wake back up and get back into this. 2:33 to go. 2:37, excuse me. And now we're getting back underway. The ball has been recovered. Destiny Perry, the guard from Baltimore, Maryland, at the point. Goes around trying to get by Fluker. Outside and stolen away by Lopez, and she draws the foul. So far, the dynamic duo so far as like generating offense right now, when needed for Monroe, has been Lopez and Ben Cosme. Ben Cosme is at the point. Outside to Lopez. Lopez. Outside. Getting it to Walker. Not much movement. Trying to find some movement on the inside. Create some lanes. They go inside to Walker. Can't get it. 3-point shot attempt here. It's going to be air ball for Lely. And it's going to be a step out of bounds by Monroe. There was a number of bodies that had the hand on the ball, but it was ultimately, I think, off of Fluker where the step out of bounds was. And that'll give the ball back to Bryant and Stratton with 2 minutes to go. Still got playing basketball, though. Only in the first quarter at the moment. Perry finds the lane. Gets the pick she needs. Shoots and doesn't get the shot. But she will get the foul and probably get to shoot 2 from the line here. And Ariel Walker will get credited with the foul, her first. There's a shot. And nothing but net on the first free throw for Perry. And second free throw for Perry, also good. Two-possession lead now for Bryant Stratton over Monroe. Here comes Ben Cosme launching an Oklahoma land rush down the court, pass outside on the jumper, miss overshooting his Walker, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Ben Cosme. And she was not happy about that. She was saw her frustration. She looked at the ref, and the ref said, out of bounds off you. Now it turned over to Bryant and Stratton. Looks like we got some substitutions here. Amari McKnight comes back in. He's been very productive on the rebounding so far, and subs in for Janae Gables. I said Sydney Husky sub in for Carlota Lopez. Destiny Perry starting off the next play. Outside to Leanna Morales. Morales drives the lane, throws it up, misses. Rebounds her own shot though, but gets called for the travel, falling backwards, losing her balance and trying to catch herself as she rebounded the ball. And we have second turnover of the game so far. Now we're back underway. Ben Cosme goes to the middle. Lelly. Then back to Ben Cosme, trying to find room inside. Laid up and absolutely denied defensively. What a stuff by So Long on the inside shot attempt by Husky. And now suddenly, as I mentioned her, Husky gets called for fouling McKnight. So what's been problems for Monroe so far, just turning from bad to worse in this quarter. Just under a minute to go here. Inbounded quickly by Bryant Stratton, throws it up, and it's going to be a miss for Fluker on that shot. Excuse me, not Fluker. That was Anaya LaForest. Missed on that shot, and another miss. Whacked it off to the races. Here comes Husky. Outside. And in, almost lost by Lelly. She holds on to it. Goes outside to Ben Cosme. 3-point shot here. Bouncing, just missing. But a foul drawn is Sydney Husky. And Eunice Silong will get called for the foul. So it'll be 3 shots here for Sydney Husky. Opportunity to potentially draw it down to a 1-possession game if she can make the shots. Here we go on the free throw line. Big shots coming up here. First one is good for Husky. Still has 2 more. Second shot, also good for Husky. 3-point game now. Chance to draw it down now to 2 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Nothing but net on that third shot, and just like that, a 3-point swing on the play after drawing the foul. And now it's a 2-point game, 1-possession game here. Bryant Stratton trying to push inside, and a foul against Sydney Husky towards Leanna Morales. Substitution here. Husky will come out, and now Carlota Lopez comes back in. Inbounded to Perry. And Perry trying to evaluate her options here. Tries to look for a pick from McKnight. Doesn't get it. 3-point shot here. And that's going to bounce off the side of the scoreboard and go out of bounds. for Kanaya Evans. And now 7 seconds on the clock here. And that's going to be in to tie it up by Ariel Walker just in the nick of time. And going to get off the final shot here. No time left. And just like that, after getting themselves up first and then into trouble and into a little bit of a hole, the Mustangs recover to tie it up 10 apiece here as we go into the second quarter. We'll take a quick break here on the broadcast and be right back here at the MAC for more women's basketball action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel for today's live stream of women's basketball action between the Mustangs and Bryant and Stratton. I'm Ben Smith coming to you live from the MAC. We're about to get back underway here. Monroe will have possession to start things off. Cosme has at the point, but gets it stolen away on the tip. And that's going to be about inside, outside. Perry tried to steal, but tried to go outside to Morales. Couldn't get it, and it gets stolen back away by the Mustangs. Jumper overshoots again for Ariel Walker. Inside, though, rebounded. Nicely and up and in for Kaylin Lilly, the freshman guard from Queens. And just like that, Mustangs back in the lead for the second time in this game. Bryant Stratton looking for a response. Here comes Destin Perry inside. Pass outside to Evans. Evans drives the lane and puts it up and in. Now ties back up 12 apiece. Carlos Lopez, stretch pass to Ben Cosme. Ben Cosme drives the lane herself, shoots, misses, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Perry, trying to go for the rebound. And it'll still be a Monroe ball here. A fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. So Monroe moving moving with a sense of urgency, trying to open up a lead here. They're 8-2 start the year. Here's Lopez to shoot from three and misses. It's going to overshoot just a bit and rebounded by Evans. Evans trying to drive the lane. Lane gets closed up by Bria Robinson. Let's go outside, and it's going to be no good on the shot for Evans, but she draws the foul. And Bria Robinson will get called for the foul, freshman guard from Newark, New Jersey. And now we're going to have 2 shots for Evans. No good on the first free throw attempt. Has one more. And neither one is good. Rebounded nicely by Lully. These teams are shooting terrible right now, to put it mildly. Bryant Stratton shooting 23%. Monroe shooting 20%. Lopez drives the lane, lays it up. Just falls short of the end one, but draws the foul. She'll get 2 here. That ball was teetering just on the edge of being in or out. And so she'll shoot 2. And first one is no good for Carlota Lopez. Still has one more. And that one is good and puts Monroe back in the lead by 1. Perry starts off at the point for Bryant and Stratton, starting up their next play. Goes outside to Evans. And almost loses the ball. Does lose it. Abria Robinson getting the grab here. Gonna try and drive the lane herself. Goes for the inside pass and loses it. And now foul to Lopez against Angelini Kobos. And substitutions here. Kanaya Evans comes out. And number 5, Leanda Morales, comes back in. Harry goes outside. Outside 3 attempts. No good. An offensive foul against Leanda Morales, fighting for that rebound. Full press being played now. Here comes Lopez, finds some room. Miss on the shot. Rebounded though, and the rebound shot will be good for Lely. And we got a player down on the court right now for Monroe. And the officials call for a timeout here. Oh, we got a player down for Bryant and Stratton as well. And we're going to have to bring out the trainers for this. We're going to take a quick break here on the broadcast here from the Welcome back to our YouTube stream of women's basketball action here at the MAC between Monroe Mustangs and Bryant and Stratton. We had 2 players at the same time in a scrum for the rebound go down for injury. It was Carlota Lopez, number 5 for Monroe, and number 33, Amari McKnight for Bryant and Stratton. Both of them eventually were able to get up and continue and walk off the court under their own power. And they're being attended to by their trainers. Hopefully they're both okay and can return to action here shortly. After that pause for the about a couple minutes pause for the injury, we still got 7:41 here to go in the half. 15-12, Monroe leads if you're just joining us. Substitutions made to account for the trainers having to take a look at 2 players here. And we're back underway. Destiny Perry at the point. Outside to LaForest for the shot, misses. Scramble for the ball, who's going to get it? And that's going to be a foul against Caden Stefano. The sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand. There'll be 2 shots here. First shot is no good for Janae Gables. Let's see what she does here on the second shot. Second shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it will be rebounded by Zanaya Parsons. Inside of Ben Cosme. Ben Cosme goes back inside to Lely. And Lely gives this for a skyhook shot to Stefano, and Stefano lays this up and in. The Kiwi from New Zealand able to get the shot and go on the board. Now the lead stretched to 5. Tying the largest lead of the game so far. Here's the response from Bryant and Stratton, and a foul there. One shot was taken and denied, and then a second one taken. And it'll be a foul again towards Gables. And she'll probably get to shoot 2 here. She'll get to shoot 2 here again. And it's been, while the shooting has been taking a little bit to warm up here, it's certainly been rough and tumble on those rebounds. I feel like I'm looking at a Bulls-Pistons game from the 90s when I was a kid here. There's been a lot of physicality in this game so far. First shot is good on the free throw for Gables. Here she goes on the second. And that one also good. Redeems himself after the misses on the first set. And now Monroe starting back up here. They got 7 points so far in this quarter. Outside pass to Fluker. Can't find the lane. Has to go back to the point to Ben Cosme. Ben Cosme to Fluker from 3. And she makes the shot. Trinity Fluker, the freshman guard from Ramona, Florida, making the 3-point shot. And now it's to a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Oh, nice steal away there for Ben Cosme. It's an Oklahoma land rush down the court. Can they go for the shot? No, mishandled on the back end by Lely. And it's going to be stolen away by Morales. Morales now passing to Perry. Urgency starting to pick up here at the MAC. 3-point shot here, no good for Kobos. And the Mustangs rebound, and now they're going to go back on the attack. Here comes Ben Cosme. Takes it herself, tried to drive the lane. Doesn't get the shot, but draws the foul. And they're going to credit that foul to Destiny Perry. There'll be 2 shots here from Ben Cosme. With just under 6 minutes to go in the half. Ben Cosme to shoot 2. First shot's a miss. Still 1 more to go. I see Carlota Lopez back in after going down for injury. That's a good sign to see. And second shot is good for Ben Cosme. Right now the leaders, Eunice Salong and Amari McKnight leading with 4 apiece for Bryant and Stratton. Carlota Lopez, good to see her backing. She's leading with 6 points. There's a jumper for Perry, misses, but rebounded by Morales. The pass outside to Berrien. And now it's a Salong. Salong laces up herself on the spin move and makes the shot. 21-16 now, 5:33 to go. Some momentum starting to build for Bryant and Stratton. Monroe hoping to stop it and ripped right out of her hands. Cosme gets it stolen away by Salong, the defensive expert for this Bryant and Stratton team. She's calling for a play here. Gets it passed to her by Perry. Looking around, trying to find a lane. 17 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time, but draws the foul there. As Lely was trying to steal the ball away. Nope, they're going to call it against Carlota Lopez. Interesting, I thought it was going to go against Lely. That'll be her second foul of the game for Lopez. A lot of fouls piling up here. There'll be 2 shots here for Salong. First shot, no good. And substituting for on the Mustangs end, Julia Pacheco, a sophomore center, at 6'4", from Sampaio do Sul, Brazil, comes in for the first time in this contest. She's substituting for Alicia Secchiaroli. Lopez, outside, stretch pass, trying to go to Fluker, overshoots her a bit, and that'll go out of bounds. And standing at 6'4" for Pacheco, as I look down the rosters here, she is undisputedly the tallest player in either roster. Let's see if that that gives an advantage to the Mustangs. Oh, Lopez gets the steal. Lopez gets the steal, drives the lane, lays it up, misses on the shot. Rebound shot, misses as well for Cosme, but there will be the foul. And the foul will be actually against Lely. And Barron gets called foul on that one, her first. Opportunity for the Mustangs to stretch their lead. 21-17 now. First free throw is no good. Still one more left, though, for Lely. There's the shot. Also going to be a miss. Scramble for the rebound. And it's going to be grabbed by Salong and given to Perry. Perry coming down the lane. Calls for a pick. And Lopez almost steals it away. And she's going to get it. Almost loses it back, but gets it back again. Gets the pass inside to Lely. Lely lays it up on the fast break. Great work there for the Mustangs from Lopez to Lely. That's going to be emerging as a good combo. They're both tied now at 6 points apiece, leading for the Mustangs right now. Here's the inside play now. Salong trying to go for the pass. And it's going to be a foul, I believe, against Julia Pacheco. That'll be her first. Silong taking 2 now. She has 7 points leading the way right now for Bryant and Stratton. Hoping to add more to that tally here. And first free throw is good. It's a 5-point game now. She goes for the second. And that one also good. Now the Mustangs looking to set up their response. Full press here. Lely getting double teamed. And here's 3-point shot. So bounce and be no good for Jackson. Rebounded though by Cosme. Outside to Lely. Lely going for the shot and gets fouled. And Salong going to get called for that one. I'm curious what's going to happen for substitutions here. Salong has just been in battle and foul trouble. That's her third. That'll probably eliminate her as a threat for the remainder of the half. So 2 shots coming up here for Kaylin Lely, freshman from Queens. And nothing but net on that first free throw. Second free throw, also good for Lully, expanding her tally, 25-19 now. Here comes Bryant and Stratton. Oh, a little bit of a loss on the footing there. Bad pivot for LaForest. She manages to keep a hold on the ball and pass outside to Kanaya Evans. And now here comes Perry. Drive the lane. Doesn't make the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Zanaya Parsons. Parsons outside to Bencosme. Now to Lopez. Lopez driving the outside for three from Lely. Overshoots. Rebound shot. Lays up good for Zanaya Parsons. Had to fight for some space on that one and managing to get the separation she needed to throw up the shot. Now up by 8 is the Mustangs, their largest lead so far of the contest. Under 3 minutes to go. Outside three. No good on the shot, but rebounded and drawing the foul is number 3, Anaya LaForest. After the miss by Angelina Kobos for the first 3-point on the initial 3-point shot attempt. Pacheco comes out, and Dunea Militic comes in, the freshman guard, 6 foot from Krušević, Serbia. Got a lot of international flavor in this lineup today for the Mustangs. Here's the free throw. No good, and now no good, but out of bounds though. Off of Militic, and it's going to be, and that's going to cause it to still be a Bryant and Stratton ball. Perry inbounds it. Well, no one's paying attention just quickly, but a miss on the shot for LaForest. Here comes Lopez, trying to find separation. Gets it to Bencosme. Bencosme inside, jumper, and Parsons makes the shot. And Parsons really making her presence known in these last couple of minutes here and starting to rack up some points. Up to 4 now and 2 straight baskets for Monroe. Miss on the jumper, doesn't go in for Evans, and the Mustangs get the rebound. Here comes Lopez down the court, tries to pass inside to Bencosme. It's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Zanaya Berrien. Couple substitutions coming in here. Looks like I see number 30, Janae Gables, coming back in, as well as Kelsey Feliz. Inbounded here. 2 minutes to go. And Cosme outside. Jumper. No good for Militic. And it's going to be back over to Bryant and Stratton as they get set up for their next push. Right now, Bryant and Stratton still trying to find ways to get on the inside. Stolen away by Parsons and draws the foul. Give some Zanaya Parsons making her name known. She must have heard us talking up here about the dynamic duo of Lely and Lopez and saying, hey, I want some recognition right now. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Now to get to shoot 2 shots here. I got to check the scroll down here and check the overall foul count. We got 11 personal fouls on both sides. And first free throw is good for Parsons. 5th point of the contest. Potentially looking to go to 6 to tie with Lopez for second in shooting. Miss though. Commentator's curse strikes again. And it'll be rebounded by Anaya LaForest. Gonna go in the corner. Don't get a chance to take the 3-point shot. Lopez able to get the coverage down in time. And on the layup, doesn't go in for Kobos. And now the Mustangs are able to get back possession with about 84 seconds remaining. Layup go and getting the break out, and Lely makes the shot here. Goes into double digits, the first player to go do so in this contest. And a timeout going to be called. As now it's the Mustangs leading by 12 over Bryant and Stratton. Now timeout called by Bryant and Stratton. And they're looking very stale on shooting right now. The shooting was not very good for either team in that first quarter. But now we've gotten to a point where Bryant and Stratton, they've dropped it. They're still at like 20% shooting, whereas Monroe has expanded their shooting at 33%. They're shooting 11 for 33. And have put up 22 points in this quarter. Bryant and Stratton has only managed to equal their points tally from the first quarter at 10. And when you have the Mustangs being hot right now, that's not good enough. Mustangs have been on the second half of this quarter, they've been on a 12-4 run in their favor. Let's see also on the Mustangs end what they end up doing for adjustments. What head coach McClellan decides to do, as well as what adjustments Bryant and Stratton head coach Quante Elijah decides to do. The Mustangs coming back out onto the court. They're ready to go. So it'll be Lopez, Ben Cosme, Militech, Lely, and Parsons still on the court. Same in the same rotation. One new adjustment for Bryant and Stratton. Looks like Kelsey Feliz is coming to play now, the freshman guard from the Bronx. Outside. Oh, that was a three-point shot. No, it was a jump trying to go for the pass attempt. And it goes errant. The ball gets stolen away by Lely. Outside to Militech. And then double back inside to Ben Cosme. Couldn't make the shot. Lopez, though, muscles her way out for the rebound. And they draw the foul. And Anaya LaForest getting called for the foul there. As Lopez did yeoman's work on the inside there, fighting for some space to get the rebound. And paid off because also drawing the foul in the process. No good on the first free throw. Here's Lopez on the second. And makes the shot. Now leading by 41 seconds remaining. Mustangs up by 13. Perry passes to the point to Feliz. Feliz almost losing their footing a little bit. Managing to draw the foul there. And that's going to be against Ben Cosme. Be her first foul of the game. So it'll be 2 shots for Kelsey Feliz. And Feliz no good on the first free throw. Let's see if she does here on the second. And no good on it in the rebound. Nice grab for Militech. Oh, stretch pass inside to up and in for the miss on the shot for Lely. And it's going to be rebounded by Morales. Under 20 seconds to go in the half, and that's going to be a nice layup for LaForest. And try and get something out of this, draw down the lead to 11 for the Mustangs. Mustangs looking to see if they can get the exclamation point here. 5 seconds on the clock. Back door and laid up nicely by Parsons. And that will do it. And just like that, Parsons ranging to grab the backdoor layup for getting the last word in the half. Mustangs now lead at the halftime. 35-22 over Bryant and Stratton. And with that, folks, we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be right back with some first half stats as well as second half basketball action here on the Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. We'll be back from Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Monroe University Mustangs YouTube channel for today's live stream. Welcome back, I should say, excuse me. Welcome back to our live stream of today's women's basketball contest between Bryant and Stratton and your Monroe Mustangs. Taking a look at some stats here before we get back underway with the second half basketball action. Some things that stick out to me is on the point side of things. Kaylin Lely has 10 points on the contest. She is the only player with double digits leading the way. Fall behind by Zanaya Parsons with 7 points off the bench, being the most reliable six-man on this contest. And then Carlota Lopez with 7 points from starting as well. Highest points total for Bryant and Stratton is Eunice Salong with 9 points. But she got into some foul trouble. I see her back into play now. They get one more foul against her, and she'll probably be if she goes to 4, she'll be probably out of the equation until the later stages of the game. And then fall behind her is Amari McKnight with 4, and Anaya LaForce with 3. And that's going to go out of bounds. Now we switch sides. And Monroe shooting 33% in this contest. Bryant and Stratton 26. Inbounded here. Oh, a little bit of a muscle out. Nice stiff arm thrown. Lopez is going to be able to get the ball. Goes up for the shot. Can't make it. Still fight for it. And Husky backs off. Absolutely pull out the stiff arm to get control of the ball. And looks like a player down right now for Bryant and Stratton. They lose the ball, and we're going to have an injury timeout here. I told you, folks, in the first half, this was playing out like a Bulls-Pistons late 80s, early 90s game in terms of the physicality you were going to see, and it didn't disappoint. And looks like, I believe that was, Anaya LaForest who opened off the court under her own power. Yep, Kanaya Evans. Nope, it was Kanaya Evans, actually. But she was able to get out on her own power. Hopefully she's okay. Getting looked at, and there's a nice bit of pass inside for the layup. Doesn't go in for Walker, and it's gonna be rebounded by Silong, and gets called for the offensive foul. Nope, I don't think. Excuse me, I think that might have been. I saw the my bad by Destiny Perry. That might have down below. That might have been against her. 3-point shot. Oh, just barely missing for Walker. It's been still pretty stale on the shooting so far. Here's Destiny Perry starting off the next play. Outside, inside to Morales. Perry trying to look for the inside. Calling for a play or a pick. So Silong. And now to Morales. Can't find an opening. And gets stolen away by Ben Cosme. Here comes Lopez on the break and can't get it. Rebound shot. Air balls for Lely. And here's the rebound from Perry. Perry off to the races. Gets swallowed up by the defense. Can't find the space she needs. I'm surprised that wasn't a foul. And it goes out of bounds off of Husky. She had trouble holding on to it. Just a lot of argy-bargy going on down here on the court right now. A little slow to get up, but it looks like Perry will be all right and continue. I know, I was correct on that. I thought initially Silong would get about to get her 4th foul. Instead, it was Perry who got called for the foul, and that was her 2nd earlier. And so the favor was being returned, and they got away with it. And coming out will be Husky. Inside. Ball rolling, and it's going to be recovered by Perry after the tip. Perry going to take it herself, lays it up, can't get the shot. And it's going to go out of bounds off of, there was a sea of white in there trying to go for the ball at the same time. And they got one out of bounds off of one of the Monroe players. Silong has control. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bryant Stratton got to make something happen here quick. Then goes to Perry. Perry, jumper, but the foul happens. And no good on the shot. And Nicole Ben-Cosme gets called for the foul, her second. And the ball's gonna be inbounded here. Fresh 20 seconds. Silong shoots, and that one goes up and in as Silong goes into double digits. First Bryant and Stratton player to do so. Full press here, but Ben-Cosme bounds it down the court, gets to Parsons. Parsons shoots, falls short, rebounds it herself, almost tipped away, but recovered by Ben-Cosme. Lopez looking at her options. Inside off the foot of Silong when the pass was intended for Walker. It'll still be a Monroe ball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. And some substitutions here. Stefano comes in and Walker will come out. Lopez inbounds it. Gets it to Lely. Now to Ben-Cosme. Ben-Cosme back to Lely. Now to Lopez. Lopez inside. Jumps, shoots, can't get it. And it's rebounded by Silong. Now Silong gets it to Perry. Setting up the next play for Bryant and Stratton. Goes inside, going to LaForest. But stolen away by Lopez. Here comes Lopez on the fast break. Can anyone get to her in time? No, and she lays this up and in. An astounding play for number 5, Carlota Lopez. The Spaniard got the steal and said, "Hey, how you doing? I'll take that, thank you very much." And backcourt violation on the step for Kobos. And that's going to give it right back over to Monroe, who's heating up right now. Lopez inbounds to Ben-Cosme at the point. Ben-Cosme calling for a play. Gets a double pick. Frees up some space from 3. Well wide. And Lopez fights out 3 members of Bryant and Stratton to get the rebound. And goes outside to Lely. And Lely can't get the shot but recovers it herself. Rebounds it. And a scramble for the ball on the ground. Who's going to get control of it? Oh my, what the heck was that? Still going to be on the jumper call. Ben-Cosme was basically, best way I can describe it, was dragging Kanaya Evans down the court who wouldn't let go of the ball. I've never seen that before in my life. Literally dragging her down the court. That's raw power right there. You got to appreciate that. Oh my goodness, that was quite the exchange we just witnessed. 18 seconds fresh on the shot clock. Inbounded to Lely. Lely jumps and gets the shot. Finally, after many shot attempts on that exchange, ends in a bit of drama on the process. Monroe gets the basket. Evans at the point for the next play. I'm going to get a pick set here. Middle opens up. And mishandled by Silong, and that's going to hand it back over. Now the Mustangs will get the ball back. And one of our scoreboards to the left is having some technical difficulties. Apologize for that, folks. One on my right still fine. Here's Lopez inside to Lely. Back and forth, bounding on the inside, and they get it to Parsons in the back door, who puts it up and in. 39-24 now. Mustangs lead comfortably by 41-24, just updated. And here's the shot, miss for Anaya LaForest. And here comes Lely. To 3 from Lopez, miss. And couldn't quite get the jumps they needed to keep the ball in bounds. And that'll give it right back over to Bryant and Stratton. I'm curious, folks, when they drive back up towards Syracuse, what it's going to be like for Bryant and Stratton weather-wise. Down here, it's been rain and wind. Up there, where they're up by the Great Lakes, they probably got a couple feet of snow waiting for them to come when they go home. Perry starting off at the point for the next play. Calling for a play. Lopez all over her. Inside to Silong. Silong lays this up and gets the basket herself. Cylong starting to gain some momentum in her favor. Down stretch pass, but Cylong gets the steal. And sets it up to Perry again. Mustangs got a little greedy there on the stretch pass. Oh, almost got it stolen away though by Lopez. Lopez all over her. To Perry, now goes to Cylong after the pick. Cylong lays up and gets the and one. Solid play for Eunice Cylong, making her presence known and putting the Bryant and Stratton on her back to try and keep them alive in this contest. 4:33 to go here in the third quarter. So Cylong will get a free throw here. And the charity stripe is good to her and gets the extra shot there. Outside pass. Now to Husky. Husky under double coverage. Let's go outside. Jumper is good for Lely. A freshman from Queens gets a great shot there, leading the way with 14 points for the Mustangs. Cylong leading right now for Bryant and Stratton with 16. Fourth trying to drive the lane, Evans trying to drive the lane, draws the foul though, goes down hard. And Ariel Walker is going to be called for that one. I believe that's her second. Third for the Mustangs in this quarter. And Kanaya Evans will get 2 shots here. Also, Janae Gables comes in, and Perry will come out. They're making a long run of playtime there. Between this period and the last, Perry had solid 17 minutes of play off the bench coming into this half, and up to about 21, 22 minutes at this point. First free throw is good for Evans. Here's a second shot from the charity stripe, and that one is good. And we'll close the gap back to 12. Lopez under double coverage is inside. A little bit of a botch on the ball handle by Husky. Recovers it though and goes back outside to Lopez. Lopez trying to find the lane. Gets it towards the free throw line to Walker, and Walker missed on the jump shot. And here comes Evans inside. And that's going to be a big foul. Another one from Walker. This time towards Anaya LaForest, excuse me. And that's going to be her third. Lopez will come out. And substituting in, back in will be Ben Cosme. We'll see what LaForest gets for the shot here. First shot no good on the free throw line. Second shot is good. And that closes the gap down to 11. I was looking at the fouls on this one. 17 personal fouls from Monroe. 12 for Bryant and Stratton. A very high foul count right now. About to eclipse the 30 mark total. 3-point shot there, no good for Lely. And a foul. This time it's going to be against Leanna Morales. For Bryant and Stratton, it'll be our third personal foul. The fouls have just been a big part of this game so far. We've now hit 30 total personal fouls in this contest. Lely inside. Oh, goes for the jump shot. I thought it was about to be stolen away, but she draws a foul. Another one. As the pendulum swings against the Mustangs foul-wise, Now it swings back against Bryant and Stratton. And that'll be against Anaya LaForest. The guard from the Bronx, and that'll be her second personal foul. Now Lully will go to the charity stripe and try to add to her ever-growing tally of points. First shot, no good from the charity stripe. And second shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. And a foul against Parsons while she's trying to go for the ball. And now we'll get back underway with another go at the free throw line for Janae Gables. Junior forward from Brooklyn, New York. And we have a substitution also. Shot is no good. There's one more to go. We had Danae Miletich comes in and subs in for Parsons. She gets into foul trouble. And second shot is good. And that drops the gap down to 10 points. Trentini Fluker comes in as well. Ariel Walker will sub out. A little bit of a press here as it gets bounded down the court. Husky just barely grabbing it and splits the defense and puts that in, muscling out both Silong and Kobos to get the space they needed, and they managed to fight against the press by Bryant and Stratton and get another basket and wake back up. 3-point attempt here, and that one is going to be no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Miletich inside to Fluker. And goes up and in as Husky goes back and forth, and Husky able to get the shot there. 47-33 now. Sydney Husky got the great stop, 7 points now. A solid assist by Fluker. Bryant and Stratton looking to set up a response here. Kanaya Evans looking inside, double backs behind the back. Spin move by Silong and puts that away for a great exchange there. Both of them showing how good their agility is out here on the court. Somebody's been practicing their pivots. Husky gets called for the travel as she was about to pivot and go to the and turn. 47-35 now. 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Evans starts off from the point, looking for a pick from Gables. Goes outside to Morales. Kobos looked for the three, trying to call from Silong for a pick and can't get it correctly, and almost losing the ball from the pressure from Ben Cosme. Goes for an outside three and makes it. What a shot! Holy moly, that one was about 33 feet out. And a timeout called by Monroe, and very wisely as well, to stop some of the momentum from Bryant and Stratton. Great shot there for Angelina Kobos. So basically a 30-second timeout for Monroe. And just looking up at the stats right now, both teams starting to get that, as I've said before, they started off real cold in shooting, but now we're up to 30.8% shooting for Bryant and Stratton, closing the gap to Monroe, who are shooting at 32.7%. That was actually the first three-point shot made by Bryant and Stratton this entire contest just now. And they sit at 1 for 5 from the three-point line. Monroe sitting at 2 for 13. And not that different from the free throw line either. 56% shooting from the free throw percentage for Bryant and Stratton right now, and 52% for Monroe. Big thing here, though, is in offensive rebounds. Monroe beats it out in that category, 14-8. Offensive rebounds in order to keep the possession. Going to have been a decisive factor in this contest so far. Fluker outside to Lely. Lely reverses, gets to Husky. From 3, it's Fluker, airballs it. Rebounded though, and it's going to be a fight for the jump ball, and who's going to maintain possession. And they're going to say it's turned over on the jump ball from after Cy Long and Morales both had hands on that ball. And getting the ball away from Ben Cosme, who just caused her 8th. She's going to be credited with her 8th turnover in this contest. Morales inside, goes for the shot, and it's going to be a foul. And Julia Pacheco, who's back into play, going to get called for that one. Some substitutions here. She and Ben Cosme will come out. Lopez will come back in, along with Alicia Secchiaroli, a sophomore from Avignon, France. And free throw, nothing but net for Leanna Morales on that shot. A graduate of the Renaissance High School for Music, Theater, and the Arts. Here's the second shot. No good. Rebounded by Lely. Now the Mustangs will get set up for their next play. Under a minute to go here in the third. Lopez outside. Now back to the point, and they're trying to look inside for some three-point options. Closing the gap here. Outside, inside. Zigzagging and trying to find space in Lopez on an errant pass intended for Fluker. That's going to go out of bounds and be a missed opportunity. So 42.6 seconds to go. And the gap closing to 8. It's back to single digits. Bryant and Stratton, after being down at one point by 15, slowly crawling their way back into this. And an opportunity to close it even more. There was a team that was searching for a 3-point. Oh, and a big collision there. And that'll be a foul against Secchiaroli towards Morales as he was trying to steal the ball away and intercept the pass. And that'll be her first personal foul. And back to the charity stripe for Leanna Morales. Shoot 2 here. Opportunity to close the gap to, it's 47-39 now. Oh, that one spins out and doesn't go in. One more chance here. Chance to close the gap to 7. And that one is good. 36 seconds to go here in the quarter. A 3-possession game for the Mustangs over Bryant and Stratton. We're driving down the court. Husky, jumper, airballed for Lely. And it gets tipped out of bounds by Gables, and it will still be a Monroe ball. 27 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Husky inbounds it inside. Jumper and laid up nicely for Kaylin Lely. Had to fight for some space there and got it. Able to get the basket and stop the momentum from the 5-0 run that Bryant and Stratton had. 12 seconds on the clock here. Oh, and stolen away by Husky. Gets it away from Kobos. 7 seconds here. Can they go and make a basket here? It's going to be a big shot. 3 seconds. 3-point attempt here at the buzzer. No good for Lely. And just like that, we come to the end of the third quarter. Monroe leading over Bryant and Stratton 49-40. And with that, folks, we're going to take a short break here for the very brief intermission between the quarters, and we'll be right back here on the live stream with more action in the fourth and final quarter. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the live stream for Monroe University Mustangs and here on YouTube, and we're back underway. Inside, outside, now Lopez. Fourth final quarter here. Both teams know what's on the line. Trying to go for a win here. We're going into the break. And a nice three-point shot for Kaylin Lely. Puts it up and in. That's putting on the exclamation point and reminding everybody they're still here. 52-40. Back up to a 12-point lead after being down in single digits. That was a dagger towards Bryant and Stratton. Inside. Jump for the shot. Fall down. Doesn't go in. Nice to see Amari McKnight out there back playing after the injury she had earlier. Seems to be continuing okay. The ball went out of bounds off, and now it's going to be turned over to Monroe. Sanaya Parsons got credited with the assist on that three-point shot by Kaylin Lely. Here comes Sydney Husky, drive the lane, tries to go on pass to the back door towards Secchiaroli. And Secchiaroli just lost the handle on it a little bit. For the juggernaut from France. Standing at 6'1". Like I said, we got a lot of international flavor on this team. We got France, Brazil, Spain, and New Zealand, and Serbia represented on this team, as well as the good old US of A. There's jumper attempt and can't get it, and it's going to be a foul. Secchiaroli will get called for that. Their second personal foul. And Silong will go to the line. Eunice Silong standing at 18 points right now for Bryant and Stratton. And first shot is good. Ties her now with Kaylin Lely for the most in this contest. And miss on that one. And that one will be rebounded by Parsons. So splits on the free throws. Secchiaroli looking to redeem herself after some of the fouls. Goes to three from Lely and falls short. Rebounded by Destiny Perry, who's back into play. Perry almost getting it stolen away. Under pressure from Lopez. Spin moves, take it herself, jumps and gets the layup. What a play by Destiny Perry. Now on the attack, here comes Sydney Husky trying to drive the lane, draws the foul. And that's going to be against Angelini Kobos for the foul. No, excuse me, Kanaya Evans, actually. They just changed it here on the live stats. And Husky inbounds it all the way in the back court. Jumper doesn't go in for Parsons. It's going to be rebounded here by Kanaya Evans. Kanaya Evans goes all the way down court, loses her footing, knocked down. And I'll give it right back over to Monroe. Because that's knocked over hard. That'll be her fourth turnover. And Parsons under pressure here from Evans. It's Byer. Over towards three from Husky. Off the rim, doesn't go in. Perry able to get the rebound. And Husky tries to go for the steal, knock out of bounds, and that's going to have forced a throw-in. And looks like Parsons will sub out. And Trinity Fluker will come back in. Now outside, trying to find an option here. Evans goes inside the key. Can't get it, but outside pass to LaForest. Goes up for the shot, doesn't get it, but draws the foul. So she'll go to the charity stripe here. First shot Good. Here comes the second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Ariel Walker. Walker passes to Lopez. Lopez going to try and drive the lane herself into the key. No, it spins around the rim and doesn't go in. Still fight for the rebound, and it's going to be called against Monroe. 52-44, 8-point game. That was desperately needed by Bryant and Stratton. Lopez gets her call for her third foul here. We're in some territory where 1 or 2 more fouls here for some players, and we're going to be talking about fouling out here. And jump on for Evans doesn't go in, but the rebound shot for Cy Long does. And a timeout called here by head coach of the Mustangs, Camille McClellan. Monroe needs to gather it up back here. They only lead by 6. Being outscored so far in this second half by Bryant and Stratton as they slowly cut into the lead Monroe had built. We'll take a quick break here for the full timeout and be right back. 7:11 to go. 52-46, Monroe leads. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our live stream on YouTube of Mustangs women's basketball. We are back underway. Let's see what adjustments the Mustangs were able to make to stop some of the momentum being built by Bryant and Stratton. 7 minutes to go, 52-46. Lopez drives the lane and gets the layup under double coverage. What a great shot on the layup by Lopez. That wakes things back up, 54-46. Evans going outside, and we're going to have a foul here. It'll be Sydney Husky getting called for this one with her 4th personal foul. Puts her 1 away from fouling out. Call it for a push. And besides the physicality we've seen in this game, there's a lot of my esteemed producer, Nefertiti, pointed it out. There's quite a bit of psychological warfare and words being exchanged on the court right now. But hey, it wouldn't be New York basketball if there wasn't. Makes for some good entertainment. Oh, and Lopez tried to go for the ball there, and it tipped it out of bounds on the steal attempt. Inbounded here to Cy Long. Gets the pick from 3, overshoot for Kobos, and rebounded on the back end by Lely. Mustangs were very fortunate there on the miss, and they were able to recover. Otherwise, this game would have made this game down to a 5-point game, and now they avoid that. Outside, Husky from 3 to Lopez, and doesn't go in. Walker goes up for a shot and can't get it. Gets tipped by LaForest. And now Bryant and Stratton on the charge. Here comes Evans going down court, weaving her way through, can't get it. Made the defense look like they were sitting still. Fortunate they missed, but Monroe will take that opportunity any day. Lopez goes up, jumps from the key, can't get it. And that ball's going to get knocked out of Husky's hands after the rebound by Perry. And that goes all the way across what used to be the ice rink. And bring it back onto court. Jumper, and that's going to be inbounded quickly, and a nice one for the layup from Kaylin Lely. 21 points for her, keeping pace with Cy Long. Now it's going to go out of bounds on the errant pass intended for Silong from Evans. Fluker inbounds it to Lopez. Back on the way, bringing up a little bit of a, trying to deal with the press. Lopez gets it back to her, jumps, can't get it. Husky rebounds. Outside to Stefano. Oh, and a little bit of a loss on the mishandle by Fluker. Silong gets to Evans. Evans goes for the layup, can't get it, stolen away, and it goes out of bounds, I believe, off of Lely. And Lely trying to argue her case with the ref, saying, hey, we didn't go off me. It went off her. You can see the displeasure on the way things are being coordinated right now. Head coach Camille McClellan is hot right now. And trying to yell orders to her team, and doesn't seem to really like the reception. Spin move and up and in for the basket from McKnight, who's come back into play again. It's an 8-point game again, 56-48. On the response, and now Husky able to get the foul while trying to drive the lane. I believe got off of McKnight. She'll go to the free throw line. Yep, that will be against McKnight. Just got confirmed there on the PA. It's her third. Personal fouls, Monroe up to 24 now, and 16 for Bryant and Stratton. And shot, no good. First shot was good. So split on the free throws for Husky. Bryant Stratton looking to go on the response. Under 5 minutes to go in the contest. Errant pass, though. And Anaya LaForest couldn't hold on to the ball. And that's going to give it right back to Monroe. Lopez, stretch pass to Husky. Movement on the inside from Monroe. Nope, they're going to go for three from Lely. Can't get it. Rebounded nicely as LaForest muscles out. Fluker for it. Perry, with a nice little zigzag. Goes for the layup, can't get it. But rebounded, though, by Silong and gets it. Wow, that was a pretty nice exchange there by Destiny Perry. She zigged left, then she zigged right and just made the defense look like they were standing still. Outside, looking for opportunities to shoot. Here's the three-point attempt for Stefano. Doesn't go in. Husky muscles out for the rebound. Draws up, gets the foul. That's going to be the fourth personal for, looking down on the numbers here. Substitution alert first. We got Zanaya Parsons coming back in for Trinity Fluker. Silong got the foul, be her fourth. First free throw is good for Sydney Husky. You got to give Sydney Husky a lot of credit. She's been driving the lanes inside, getting inside the key, and just absolutely getting smacked around on the inside too when she does. But she's been keeping composed, and when she does it, and maintaining good discipline as well, and control of the ball, and just continuing to find opportunities to try and shoot. Because you know with the way the refs are calling it right now, you're going to draw fouls. So at the moment, it's going well in her favor by doing that, and she's being rewarded here for it. Nothing but net there on that shot. Both free throws are good, and just like that, Sydney Husky up to 10 points. Just behind Carlota Lopez in total. 59-50, 9-point lead. Timeout called by Bryant and Stratton. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So looking at the way things are going right here, stats-wise, let me go all the way up. Bryant and Stratton, the pendulum has swung in their favor shooting-wise. They're shooting at 33% right now, 30% from Monroe. They're still only 1 for 6 from the three-point line. They've only taken 6 three-point shots total. Monroe is 3 for 20 from 3 points, and they've taken 20 shots from the three-point line total. So they're shooting only 15% from the three-point line. Free throws, though, 54% from the free throw line for Bryant Stratton, and Monroe is 57 on the charity stripe. Rebounds, 39 for Monroe, 34 for Bryant and Stratton. Well, the offensive rebounds are in Monroe's favor, 19 to 10, and defensive rebounds are in Bryant and Stratton's favor, 24 to 20. Monroe has spent 78% of this game in the lead. Here comes the next play. Let's see what adjustments Bryant and Stratton decided to do in this, what has been a pretty fun basketball game here. Started off kind of slow, but it's heated up since the first quarter. Inside pass, missed for LaForest. Rebounded though, and that one misses also. Here comes Lopez, going down the court, outside. We got a foul call. Time it. No, it's a technical foul to the Bryant and Stratton bench. Something was said down there by somebody that the refs didn't like. And that's just giving back points to the Mustangs. We'll take that all day, every day. It's just you're just making your situation worse. You were in single digits. Now it's going to be double-digit lead for Monroe in these closing minutes. And the first free throw, good for Sydney Husky. Up to 11 points now. Like I said, Sydney Husky's been putting in yeoman's work in the latter stages of this contest. And both free throws good from the technical. And on top of that, Monroe will get the ball. 61 to 50 now. Sydney Husky at the point. Outside to Secchiaroli. Secchiaroli, spin move, lays it up. Oh, and it just barely misses. And Silong will get that rebound. And we're going to go down court, deep pass. Evans from 3. And she sinks the shot. What a shot for Kanaya Evans, waking her team back up and putting them back in the hunt. You got to give credit where credit's due. That was a great shot from about 33 feet. And here comes Husky, driving the lane, and gets the response basket. 63-53. It's an Oklahoma land rush down the court right now. Here comes Evans, who the key, loses it and stripped away of the ball by Lely. Lely inside to Husky, can't get it. And this time Lely on the response basket will get it. And you can see the frustration response from Destiny Perry because none of her teammates really got back in time to help contest under the paint, and she was all by herself. 65-53, back to a 12-point lead. About 2.5 minutes and some change to go. So we've got some substitutions about to come in here for both teams. Perry reverses to Evans. Oh, and Evans going to get fouled there. And Sydney Husky will get credited for the foul there, her 4th personal foul. And a substitution here. Secchiaroli comes out. And looks like coming back in will be Kaiden Stefano. Kanaya Evans will shoot 2. First free throw, no good. And neither free throw is good for Evans. Monroe gets the rebound, trying to go for the response. Husky has it and gets it after getting it bounded down the court to her on the break by Lopez. Sydney Husky now up to 16 points, just crawling her way up the scoreboard. That's going to be a foul there on the shot attempt by Anaya LaForest. And that's going to be against Zanaya Parsons. It'll be her third. It was foul after foul. First shot is good. 67-54 is the score now. 2:05 to go. And second shot is also good for Mari McKnight. And that one's going to get knocked out of bounds. So a little bit of an error there. So with that, that's going to be Stefano with the out of bounds, and so that's going to give the ball right back to Bryant and Stratton. They're down by 12. Oh, an inside pass attempt by Salong didn't go and got stolen away by Lely, and she's going to go up for the shot and gets the and one. Taylor Lely making her presence known here again and gets the and one. 25 points and chance for a three-point play and a chance to put Bryant and Stratton to bed. Oh, that was a great exchange down inside for the and one. Let's see what she can get here with the extra shot. And she sinks it. (70-55) now. 26 points for Lely. Under 2 minutes to go here. 15-point lead for the Mustangs. Bryant and Stratton trying to see if we wake back up. Oh, and a big steal here by Husky. She's got the fast break. Rush down the court. And gets the foul. Oh, they're going to call for a charge against Lopez. Oh, for a hip check. Going to be her fourth personal foul. And she does not like that call. And Coach McClellan didn't like that call either. She's going to sub out. And Nicole Bencosme is going to come back in. Bencosme, the sophomore, forward from Washington Heights. Played a lot of minutes in that first half. A little more of a reduced shifts in this second half here. Now coming back in with her teammate in foul trouble. Here comes McKnight. Down court. Pass to Morales. Morales swings around. Goes for the layup. Doesn't get it, but gets the foul. And Zanaya Parsons going to get called out for that one, the freshman from Harlem. And so we go into the charity stripe for Leanna Morales. Still down by 15. Looks like some adjustments being made down at the scores table. Looks like it's something the refs took issue with. And some discussion with McClellan. I'm not trying to figure out what's going on down below. And whatever it was, it very much upset the Monroe bench. And no good on the free throw. Full press here by Bryant and Stratton. Under 90 seconds to go. And that ball's going to get knocked out of bounds by Anaya LaForest. Carlota Lopez comes back in. And sub in for Parsons. Or not Parsons, for Militech. Looking inside. Oh, a little bit of a loss in on the ball there on the pass from Lely to Husky. And that's going to give it right back over to Bryant Stratton with 75 seconds to go. Trying to look for a deeper pass here. Inbounded to Morales. Nothing short of a three-pointer here really does much for Bryant and Stratton. Being down by 15 right now. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Spin. Shoot and denied for the stuffing by Ariel Walker. And there's the intentional foul. And a technical. Yep, the trash talking has finally gotten out of hand, and a technical foul has been called against Amari McKnight. And she's already arguing with the refs. Oh my goodness, this is drama's picking up here, and everybody's trying to separate each other. Because there was a lot of extracurriculars going on there after the foul call. A little bit of argy-bargy going on down here at the MAC. And Coach McClellan not happy with the conduct of her team right now, yelling at them. You can kind of hear it in the background of the microphone here. A double technical, one against each team for poor conduct. So technical foul against Amari McKnight, as well as one against Nicole Besame. And I'll give credit to Coach McClellan. She called out her own team for that. Like, she was not happy about that and clearly saw they were being stupid, not doing what they were supposed to do. That's going to make for an interesting discussion in the meeting, in the post-game chat. I also think there's going to be some suicides around at practice tomorrow here on the court. That you can bet on that. So first we're going to get the technical shots. So I think we're going to have the regular free throws here for Ben Cosme. This is the second game I've called, ladies and gentlemen, for Monroe. It hasn't disappointed. I called the last home football game, which was a thriller with Lackawanna. It came down to the wire. And now we have this one. This game here, and hey, it's been put on a good it's been a good show. It's been a very dramatic and strange show, but it's been a good show. There's the second shot. And both are a miss on the free throws for Ben Cosme. Ball to Bryant and Stratton. And Coach McClellan still yelling at her team right now. So he is irate right now. And Lena Morales down the court, inside to LaForest. Doesn't get it and got knocked out of bounds by Walker. Oh, and we're still getting some chirping going on down here. And this is getting out of hand here. Another technical. I mean, we saw the chirp and trash talking was starting to get out of line as this was going down the courts. Everybody was getting hot with one another, and now it's just getting out of control. We got a discussion going on with the refs here. That was Anaya LaForest getting a technical. And you can see Sydney Husky already going to the line. There was no shots done for the last double technical because they offset each other. And you're still seeing some displeasure being displayed by the Bryant and Stratton bench. Here's Husky from the free throw line. No good on the first shot. 43 seconds remaining in the contest. A little bit of a pause here. I think there's still some discussion going on over at the Bryant and Stratton bench. With the referees, and particularly with head coach Quante Elijah. And head coach Elijah still arguing with one of the refs. Now we're going to move on along with the second free throw. That shot is good. So split on the technical free throws for Sydney Husky. Puts her up to 17 points in this contest. And it's going to be Monroe ball. They didn't realize it was going to be their ball initially, and they were going all the way down to the Bryant Stratton side of the court, but now they swing back. And it looks like LaForce will sub out. And coming in will be Janae Gables. And backing away, 40 seconds to go in this contest. Up by 16 for the Mustangs. Barring the apocalypse, they will walk away with this with a win. Though one could argue it was a Pyrrhic victory. For those of you who know your military history, you'll know what that means. And drawing the foul is Sydney Husky. And the refs immediately come in to grab the ball, but also to make sure they don't have to separate anybody. So Husky will go back to the free throw line again. 25 seconds to go. Mika on the first throw. 18 points for her now. And makes it on that one as well. Kaylin Lully leads the way on rebounds for the Mustangs. It's good, some good assists there. And there's another foul. Against Carlota Lopez. That'll be her 5th foul, and she will foul out of this contest with 18 seconds remaining. Coming back in will be, to sub in for her will be number 13, Dunea Militech. Carlota Lopez led the way in 7 steals in this contest. Shot no good at the free throw line for McKnight. Just misses on both free throws. Under 10 seconds to go here. And I think now just trying to lower the temperature. Ben Cosme is going to hold on to it, and that will do it. And the Mustangs will walk away from this with a win, 73-55, after a bruising contest against Bryant and Stratton. 4 technical fouls total in this contest, and a grand total of 50 personal fouls in this contest for a very high number. 31-32 on the shooting percentages. And with that, folks, we look ahead on the schedule, and that is it for home play for women's basketball for the semester. They'll go on the road this weekend in the Palm Beach State Tournament down in Florida, playing against D2 number 10 Palm Beach State on Friday and Florida State College at Jacksonville on Saturday. So since this is the last time we will see you folks here on the Mustangs YouTube channel before the holidays, I'm Ben Smith saying and wishing you all watching a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays on behalf of all of us here from Monroe University Athletics. We will see you in the new year in 2025.